In this screencast, I'm going to be covering two WYSIWYG styles or enhancements that I've added to the site after our in-person training session. So first thing we want to do is log in, and for this demonstration, I'm going to add a new basic page. But just to let you know, the style will work on any section, any page that has a body. So that would be the news, the basic page, and the card pages will have this body WYSIWYG where you can add the styles. So let me show you a bit of how. Let me show you how to get to the style. So I'm going to add a bit of text. So here is a new headline. And so let's say we wanted to, for some reason, we wanted to highlight, kind of like in a document where you highlight some text, some important text. I mean, you could always bold text, but if you want to treat this content like a document for some reason, you can do so now. So you want to highlight what you want to highlight, essentially. So you want to select what you want to highlight, and then underneath styles, you want to select highlight. And then after that, you can still add more text. But if you did, let's say, highlighted, I'm going to highlight this text. And then after that, you wanted to start typing more. That, of course, is going to be highlighted as well. To remove that, you're going to have to highlight that text and go back to the block styles and click highlight again. So it works kind of like a toggle. So if you wanted to highlight again, you just go to styles, select it, and it's highlighted. If you change your mind, or if you have more text after, all you have to do is highlight that area again, remove it, and if you wanted to, again, remove some previously highlighted text, you select it, and then you can click highlight, and then it'll remove it. So again, it works like a little toggle. And the other style that you might have seen is this box alert. And this was brought up in our in-person training session to kind of duplicate something like this. And to do so, what I'm going to do is, let's remove all this content, and I'm going to highlight all of this copy right here. And I'm going to do on a PC, on a Mac, it's Command-Shift-V. On a PC, it's Control-Shift-V. Or you can use these tools to strip out all that source. So we have all the content, which is fine, but what we want to do is duplicate this. And to do so, we don't highlight it. I'm going to show you what happens. When you highlight and go to styles, each line is going to be treated separately, so it'll look like that. And that's not at all what we want to do. So I'm going to undo that. And then instead of using the styles, we have a new button called div. And if I click this button, remember in our training, this show blocks, we have just a bunch of paragraphs, which is exactly what we need. As long as they're not divs, that's fine. So I highlighted all these paragraphs and then click div. And what this is going to do is create a div container around all these paragraphs. And underneath style, we have one option, which is the alert box, so I can select that. And later on, you can always add different styles, and then it would add these CSS styles to pre-format your containers. But we're going to just start out with this one alert box. So I'm going to click OK. And now we have the paragraphs wrapped in a div that has all that highlighting, which is exactly what we want. But let's look at this again. So we had, everything was center aligned. So if you wanted to, you could do that. Highlight all the text and center align it. And okay, so that's kind of like a heading. So we'll go back. Let's make that a heading 3. And these were links. So we can just go in here and add a link. I'm just going to put a placeholder in there. Just Google for now. I'm just recreating exactly what was accomplished in that example of a alert box. And now the last one. Okay, easy. Now that last section is bold, so we can just highlight it and make it bold. And if you want, you can make it italic or whatever you want, whatever style you want. And now I'm going to click save. And as you can see, it looks really close to that previous style. So whenever you want to send your visitors to that content that was styled just like this, you won't lose all of that formatting that you were doing in the past. And again, this alert box or the highlighting feature can be used in any page that has a body, which all of them do. And if you ever want to remove the style, you can go back in, and the easiest way is I would just highlight all the copy and delete everything, and then do that Command-Shift-V, or Control-Shift-V, or use these tools to paste in unformatted code. And now if I click source, show blocks, you can see everything's a paragraph. Now everything's clean. And let's say we just wanted to make something highlighted. Bam. Okay, let's click save. Just to show you what highlighting looks like in the front end. There you go. So that is how the new features in the WYSIWYG, those styling features and the new div button works in your WYSIWYG. Thanks for watching.